welcome to the Herprenuer Network Talks. I am Torri Hammond, your host, and I am so excited to have you guys here with me on tonight. Listen, we are bringing the fire on tonight. We've got an amazing ambassador that will be joining us in just a few minutes, but I want to say hello. I hail from Texas. Listen, where the Herprenuer Network is coming to Dallas to invade. Yes, the Herprenuer Network is coming to Dallas, and we're so excited about the Her Experience Dallas, right? It's going to be April the 21st through the 23rd. You do not want to miss your opportunity to be in the building. You do not want to miss your opportunity to be in the building. My eyes don't want me to be great. You don't want to miss your opportunity to be in the building. Some major hitters are going to be in the building, like Cora Jakes and Dr. Connie Stewart, and so many more. There's going to be workshops, and it's going to be so much amazing things that's going on. Get your dresses, listen, your pretty dresses, your formal attire, and get ready to come out and network with some amazing women in business and in ministry. This is where ministry and business is going to collide for the greater good of her. And so we're excited to be bringing the Herpreneurs to Dallas. But hello. I see Dr. Joe Harris is in the building. Hey, VP, how are you doing on tonight? As you guys are chiming in, let us know where you are watching from. So excited. So listen, the Herprenuer Network was founded by our servant leader, Dr. Nikki Ziegler. And in this network, we believe in fixing crowns and maintaining them. We also believe that collaboration trumps competition. And this year, as Herpreneurs, we have vowed to collaborate, create, and celebrate one another as we move in the season. And what an awesome way for me to get to celebrate my Herbassador sisters by bringing them on the Herprenuer Talks and letting you know who they are, who they be, and how they serve. But before that, I just want to let you guys know who I am. I am Torri Hammond, the CEO of Sassy Hair Care Products and the owner of Bowden Sassy Hair Designs that is located in Arlington, Texas. I am the author of the book Go and Grow, and I am a certified business coach and a lead ambassador in the network. I am also the regional director for the West Coast and your host for the Herprenuer Talks. And I am so excited that you could be here with me on tonight. All right, guys. So with no further ado, let's get this party started. Right. All right, guys. Help me do a big welcome to my sis, my Herprenuer sis, Jamila Robinson.
Hey. How is everybody doing?
Hey. So welcome to the Herprenuer Talks, my Herprenuer sister. How are you doing on tonight?
I am well. A little nervous, but I am well. How about you? My Herbassador sister?
Okay, don't be nervous. We just gonna have a good old girlfriend chat. Tell people what it's all about. And so let's get into it. All right. So Jamila, who are you and what is it that you do?
Listen, my name is Jamila Robinson. I am the CEO and owner of Beauty Unfolded LLC in Decatur, Illinois. We are a brick and mortar, and we are also an online platform as well. We cater to women, all walks, life sizes, you name it. We do not discriminate. That's who I am. We have clothing, casual clothing, as well as after 5 clothing and business casual. So we have it all. We have it all.
And that's amazing. So I'm excited to talk fashion on tonight. Listen, I'm excited to get all the good girlfriend question answers as we figure out this thing called match a color.
Okay.
As we figure out this thing called color blocking.
Yes.
As we figure out t-shirt and blue jeans. I want to get into it all on tonight. Listen, we got the fashionista in the building. She is looking fly, ain't she, y'all? She is looking good, ain't she, y'all? All right, guys, I need you guys to do me a favor. This interview is going to be amazing. I need you to share, share, and share. And it depends on where you guys are watching us from. Be sure that if you're watching us on YouTube to hit that subscribe button. We are here every Monday. Listen, interviewing all the amazing women in this network. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And so as you ladies are coming in, chime in. Let us know that you are here with us. We are so grateful that you chose to spend your night with us. This is going to be amazing. So, Jamila, all right, what made you want to open a boutique? How'd you get into it?
Well, fashion has always been a part of our family. My grandmother was a fashion, what they say, fashionista. My
Yeah.
mom is crazy in fashion. So it's just a part of me. It's one of those generational blessings that have passed down. But business has always been a part of me as well. So I just put the fashion and the business together, and here I am. We are in the making. This is something that I could do. This is a passion, a passion. I could do this without working, even though I want to be paid for it. But I can do this with my eyes closed. I could put stuff together and make it work. It's just who I am. Beauty, fashion is who I am.
Nice. Listen, P-Boss. So I love this because we are industry, we are industry friends because,
Yes.
well, I like to call industry classmates because
Yes.
we went to the same school of arts. All right. And so it's just, to me, Jamila, it just comes natural for those who, who walk in, the realm of beauty. It just clicks, and what I love about it is that you've taken your business, as a beauty industry professional, and you have up leveled your game as
Absolutely.
you've opened up your boutique, and it's beautiful.
Thank
It was
you.
amazing when you actually began to open up and show exactly what you had and the things that you had to offer. And so tell us about some of those things. What are some of the things that you offer in your boutique? And also, how important is it for you to have a statement as you move, even as an entrepreneur? Let's get into it. Because I think it's important. I think it's important. So, what about that signature? What about that statement? And I know you offer those things, and so that's why I think this question is a good question.
So there's three parts to my business. I don't just offer attire, beauty attire, accessories, and different things like that. I do nails, pedicures, and then I have a hair side where I booth rent to girls that come right out of beauty school or that are seasoned and they just want to rent a booth. So there's three parts to it, but my statement is to help women beautify themselves from the inside out. I just love helping women. I love helping women with low self-esteem. I love helping women that don't feel that good about themselves. If you come into my store, I promise you, when you leave, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. That's who I am. That's who I am.
So, how important is it as an entrepreneur to grab that staple look? Like to have those statement pieces that definitely, people come to know you, for.
Absolutely.
I've seen a couple of your statement pieces. I've seen how you've been, putting them out there and things of that nature. And so, how important is it for you to grasp that as an entrepreneur?
It's very important. So this is one of my pieces that I have in the store. And this is what I call my exclusive piece. This is for women that love to look extravagant, but still classy, still, this is what's in the big shoulders, the ruffled sleeves, and
Okay.
kind of tapered, going down. So it kind of gives you that silhouette look. It pulls you in. So it's important for me to have a statement like that because I have upscale women that come into my store and they look for these pieces. But I also offer the casual look because there's women that they don't want to dress like this. They want to have a pair of jeans, maybe a blazer, a nice t-shirt. I've gotten into the t-shirts that, that have the sayings on them and different things like that. I try not to offer certain things because that's not the clientele that I want to cater to. So
Of
my
course.
signature pieces are for the people that I want to cater to, that I want to reach, that I want to feel special, that I want to feel like they're exclusive, because we are exclusive. We're
Right.
exclusive women.
I think that's an amazing branding move on your
Mhm.
part because it helps you set the atmosphere, right? And
Absolutely.
then it
Absolutely.
causes you to have the right kind of people to
Mhm.
come on in so that you can
Yes,
cater to your target audience. So that's really good. All right.
absolutely.
So the Herpreneur Network, you are one of my Herpreneur sisters, and I
Yay.
cannot wait to hug you. I cannot wait to
I
Dallas
know.
and get
Ear
to.
hurt.
I know. So super excited about that. But why? What made you choose the Herpreneur Network? What was your journey to that coming into, becoming a herpreneur?
Well, I can say that it was a strategic move of God. So I had been part of Clubhouse for about a year, maybe 2 years, and I just wasn't active in it. It just wasn't something that I was used to. It was something new. So I have been praying and I have been asking God to lead me and to show me, give me women for my life that can help pull me and stretch me in this arena called business. And I needed like-minded people, I didn't want somebody that was, way off, into the deep. I wanted somebody that looked like me, sound like me, just all of that. And so one particular day, I seen a notification came across my screen, and it
Mhm.
said, I believe it said women, Christian women in business check-in. And so I got on there, and one of my sisters, now she's my sister, her bastard sister, is oh my goodness,
Erica? Oh,
Tiara.
Tiara. Okay.
Tiara pulled me up on the stage, and I had on one of the fedora hats. It was a yellow hat, and she seen my picture, and she was like, "Who is this coming in here? I need you to come up on stage." I didn't know what I was doing. Torri, listen, I was like, I was stuck. Like, when they say stage fright, I was clubhouse frighted that day.
It could be a
So
little frightening. It
yeah,
can.
yeah, because I had never done it. I had never been there. And I
Right.
do believe that it was purpose, it was reason. And so from there on, I think I started following the network. And I believe the next morning they had said something about the weapon room, and I got in the weapon room. And after that, it was over.
The
It
weapon
was
room
just
always
over.
the
Yeah, it was just
just
over.
always seals the deal.
Yeah. So from there, I prayed about it. It took me a while, because I had been through, so much prior to. So it took me a while to kind of like get in there and, become a part. So it was about what, 4 months almost. I think Dr. Nikki was like, "What is taking her so long?" So I finally joined, but I believe that it's purpose. And ever since I've joined the network, my life has shifted. My life in business, my outlook on business, just in general, has shifted. And he has blessed me with so many women of God that can relate to where I am as it relates to business, as it relates to ministry, and so many things. So this is how I became a Herpreneur network, Herpreneur.
Awesome. Isn't
Yeah,
it amazing to be able to connect yourself to something that is bigger than you?
absolutely.
To
Yes,
have people that you can borrow faith from, right?
yes,
People
yes,
that will support you, that will be
yes,
there for you, come to your aid, come to your rescue. It's amazing. And
yes,
also, I have the privilege of calling you my intercessor sister as well.
absolutely.
So I know we both can agree
Yes,
that this network has helped us to strengthen our relationship with God. But let's
absolutely.
talk about it a little bit because there are times where, as entrepreneurs, we don't tap all the way in.
Mhm,
We don't
mhm.
realize that the gifts on the inside of us, God, He wants us to use those gifts And sometimes it's easy to get complacent, especially when you're not in an atmosphere conducive to you utilizing your gifts. And so sometimes we sit down on it, but that is not something that happens when you join the Herprenuer Network.
Listen, oh my gosh, when I say Dr. Nikki be pulling, woo, I be like, Lord, she's stretching me, but this is what I asked for. I'm like, I mean, and it's not just her, it's just all of our sisters. We stretch each other. We cause each other to grow. We provoke each other. You know, it's just a lot. It is so much, so much. But being your intercessor sister is I'm speechless. I mean, like literally speechless to be a part of such a strategic move of God.
It is very strategic.
It's very strategic. And I love how, you know, we work together. We don't go against each other. We are on the same page. You know, like if I hit it high, you got it low. If I hit it low, you got it high. If another, you know, then one gonna hit it right in the middle. And then, you know, it's like Dr. Nikki, she comes in and she smooths out the whole thing. So we work together. Yes, we
closer.
Together. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, that's good. That's good. And so ultimately, the call to walking in your purpose sometimes is scary.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's so big until you don't even know how you're going to do it. But again, to be able to connect yourself to something that is bigger than you allows you to see past what you can see, because you have people who dream bigger, right? Who push harder, right?
Yes.
Who inspire you to do. And so amazing network, guys. Amazing network. Let me do my shameless plug. If you have a desire to join this network, we're going to get the job form in the comments so that you could definitely see what it's all about. So let me know how your daily routine is. So COVID has shifted a lot of things, right?
Absolutely.
And
yes.
I want to talk business because you know, I have a product line, and so I have to ship things in, and so do you. And so I do believe that for those of us who are in shipping and receiving, that we felt a little bit of a whoo. And the economy shifted. My goodness. So let's talk about it, because it takes willingness and diligence to stay afloat. And so what can you say to someone, you know, as you have endured this season, because you're still in business? I see your inventory is popping. Listen, you're still shipping and receiving. And so let's share some inspiration. Let's encourage someone, because it's tough out there, especially. I want to talk about this also. The courage to order from wherever you get your stuff from. Listen, I am sure it took courage for you to trust.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Come on, let's talk about it. Let me let you talk.
So, when it comes to surviving in this industry and in this time, you first off, you have to, your faith have to be anchored in the Lord. That's period, point blank. You need the favor of God. You need the favor of men. And so I have a story. It's been about maybe 2 or 3 years. I was just now getting into, I had been open for a while, but what I was doing really wasn't working. So I started to venture off into other things. So what I wanted to get into, it was right in my face. I was like, let's do it. Let's get it. My dad had given me some money to, he wanted to come in with me. And so I thought I purchased well over $2,000 worth of merchandise. So I sent it. I was waiting on it. Yeah. So I was waiting. This was right around Christmas. They told me I would receive it before Christmas. So this was, it was about, well, I'm gonna say 2000, because I was going to make, after I got off of the profit, I was going to make about 4,500.
Okay.
And so I waited and waited and waited, and I never got it. So I got scammed. Yeah, I got scammed. So this is, so so not only is my dad involved, I had to replace that money. I had to replace it, and all I could do was cry, and all I could do was just ask God to help me. I didn't know what to do at that point. I was like, I'm done. It's over. I met this young lady in the process of being scammed, and she helped pull me back up. She said, you can't quit. She said, this was one of those friends that was like, this is part of the game. If you can't take this, then you can't take that, And so I pulled myself back up. I, made things work. I work a 9 to 5. At the time I was working, at Caterpillar, and I just had to work overtime. I had to make it work. I had to, sell what I had. I had to, I had to trust
what you had to do.
I did. And so with that caused me to be more intentional. It caused me to be more discerning. I was like, yeah, you got me once, but you'll never get me again.
You're right.
So I now it's like I am very, 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 very cautious and leery of what I get. I have vendors all over, from New York to California to Florida. I have vendors out of overseas. I have vendors everywhere. So I don't just put my everything in one pot. I'm able to touch different places and different things. And I travel to some. I'm a touchy person. So a lot of times.
So have you been to the garment district?
I have not.
Okay. Okay. Bucket list.
Yeah. So I like to go into places, and I like to build relationships with the people that I, shop with and get my merchandise from. So I'm just very strategic. I'm very intentional when it comes to what I have in my store. I would tell anybody, know your people, know what you're looking for, and be intentional, and stay on top of things, because if you have a brick and mortar, you got bills you got to pay at your business plus at home. So, a lot of times I have thought about, maybe I should just go online. Maybe I should just this, that, or the other. But I have to, look at the big picture. God has not blessed me for me to just give it all up. What do I want to say? You have to maneuver through life, and you have your ups and your downs. And so you have to prepare for your downs. And then you have to, when you're up,
prepare for your ups too.
Absolutely. So, has to be a balance. You have to have a balance. There has to be a middle. If you don't have a middle, you're not going to make it in this thing called business, in this thing called retail. Retail is a lot different than any other business, because there's so many. There's so many parts. Yeah, it's crazy. But God first, number one. Have people by your side that will push you, that will stand with you, that can be in prayer with you and for you and not against you. You have to know who you're targeting. You have to know when to buy, when not to buy. You have to know when to push what's in your store, get stuff out, get stuff in. It's a lot, but with God, all things are possible.
So how has your business been, now versus when you first started? And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I always try to encourage people to understand, don't demise small beginnings. Absolutely. I started with 4 products. I now have 11, as well as flat irons, bonnets, things of that nature. But I started with 4. Absolutely. All right. And so how has your business changed now versus when you started?
My business has shifted a lot. Like I said, when I first started, I started doing kind of what I'm doing now as far as the exquisite pieces and different things like that. So it was steady. It was steady. I had a business with a young lady before, and it wasn't my picture. You know how you have a square, but then when you start to invite others in, it become a rectangle. It becomes yeah. So that didn't work, and God just kind of moved it out of the way. It is what it is, and I was at home for a while. I was doing nails and pedicures out of my house. And then I started to get into the clothing and different things like that. And so when I started, my first couple of pieces that I got was from China, and they were horrible. I was like, oh my God. They were horrible. They were pieces that I just don't know. Anyway, God started.
They look cheap. Be honest.
They were horrible.
Because we can tell. Listen.
Yes. And so what I did was I just gave them to the Salvation Army. I just, I gave them away. There was some gift. I would tell people, come over and look at these. If you want it, you can have it. But God just gave me favor. I started finding out things. I started researching. And at this time, YouTube wasn't real big. I would just be on my computer all night just looking, and then started traveling and different things like that. And as I traveled, I just ran into the right people. So that's how
strangers, right? It's so strange.
Yeah, it's the strangers. It's the strangers. And so with that, where I am now is totally different. Totally different, because I don't offer, if I don't like something, or I reviews. I mean, reviews, just trusting God and believing God, and believe that God knows what he's doing in your life. It has caused my business to transition. So from beginning, it was good. The middle, yeah. And now I'm slowly moving back up. And so my ladder is going to be greater than my former, is what I'm saying.
Amen. So what's the hardest part of being an entrepreneur?
The hardest part of being an entrepreneur, I would say consistency is key. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint at heart. You have to be in this thing, whether it's good or bad.
Definitely.
You have to, Torri. I mean, some days you're going to want to quit. Some days you're going to
feel like it.
Yeah. And then I work a 9 to 5. So some days I want to work and come home, but then it's something in me that says you have to push this. You have to push it. And so it takes time away from my home. All of my children are gone. So, I have a dog, so it takes time away from her, but my husband is real good at maintaining things when I'm not here. He can cook. So, I don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes I'm there to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and I could come home, food is done. Different things like that. I know, right? A strong support system. You have to have that. But important. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint. It is not. You got to have a strong backbone.
I tell people all the time, you can't be emotional and successful at the same time. It's not going to work.
You can't.
One is going to overrule the other. And listen, you're going to be an emotional mess. Sitting there worrying about who did, who didn't, and all those other things. Why? Because people always have an opinion.
Absolutely.
They always have an opinion. They always got something to say, right?
Yeah.
And we hear it all the time. Like, we don't always get the support from the people we feel like who should support us. And so we got to have a tough skin. Listen, you got to get some skin in the game, and you got to get it tough, nice and tough. So that's good.
Yeah. And, a lot of times, thinking about what you're saying, you think when you start a business, oh, my family have me, my family got me, which I mean, my family supports me. They support, my mom, my sister, different people like that. But you have those ones that they would rather go. I can have it in my store, and they would rather go online.
Yes, ma'am.
And buy it. And it used to bother me. But what I've learned is this: when you have that in your life, that means God is trying to make you broaden your horizon. You have to touch, you can't just touch people in your local city. You have to touch people outside of your city. And that is one of the things I've learned from the network. You know, you got to be, what do they say? You got to be nationwide. It's another saying, but that's not the word I want to say. You have to be global. That's it. You have to be global, because there's people like stuff like this. I don't sell indicator. People buy this online. People buy this. Like I said, my prestige women, you know, they'll call and say, what do you have new? Send them some pictures, or they're in my phone. I'm like, look, I got this coming in. They getting it. You know what I mean? Right. So you have to be global. You cannot be small-minded. You gotta be. You gotta look at the big picture. Big picture.
All right. So this is good. So what's your favorite part of being an entrepreneur?
My favorite part is serving. I mean, it sounds, sounds cliche, but I love
serving as well.
Yes,
it's a thing. It's a real thing.
Absolutely. So I love when people come into my store, whether it's me giving them a pedicure, whether I'm doing a manicure, whether I'm doing their hair, if they're just shopping and they're just like, I just want to look pretty. That is part of serving. So, I take them and I be like, this would be so cute on you. Or if they message me on Facebook or something like that, and I go to their page and I kind of like scope them out. And I'm like, oh, this would be so nice on her. And so I'll start to send her pictures, or, she'll come in and I'll be like, listen, your body shape, you have a, short torso. You have longer legs, but your torso is short, or you have a long torso, but shorter legs. So, you have to be able to look at people and help things fit their body, because everything is not for everybody. And so part of serving is helping them to feel good about themselves when they leave my store. That's part of what I love.
A passionate entrepreneur, because they're touchable and reachable. You have those people that do it for money, right? You can't get near them. You can't get them to have a conversation with you unless you're paying them. Like, I love it when I find a true passionate entrepreneur, because you can tell, because they're reachable and touchable, because they love people. They love what they do and they love how they do it. And they don't mind getting their hands dirty, helping people. I love that, sis. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. I love that. And, for me, when people, ask me, I just finished having a whole text out. My hair is thinning. What do I need to use? What do I need to do? It's those moments where you build those relationships. And this is how you create customers that are lasting. Listen, that will stay with you time after time after time. This is good. All right. So I used to be detrimentally afraid of color. I'm just going to be honest. Half of my closet is black.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody else? Come on, y'all, chime in. Who else is team black? Because
black is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
It is, but I have been trying so hard to introduce color into my life. Like, I went to go try to find a pink shirt to wear today, and I couldn't find anything pink. It was just like, no, that's something. Okay, Sean, we see you. Listen, we team black, okay?
Absolutely.
And so how can we begin to slowly introduce color into our palette?
Okay, so how I look at it, for instance, I took a picture. I did a photo shoot. And in this photo shoot, I had on black and white, right? So instead of just going with black accessories or white accessories, I popped it with red. You know what I'm saying? I popped it with red. You can put royal blue with black and white. You can put pink with black and white. You have to learn how to look at the bigger picture. Like, for instance, if I put on, let's just say, if I put on a pink dress, right? So you're looking for pink. Let's just say you have a fuchsia pink. You know what would look so cute with that fuchsia pink?
What?
If you pop some yellow with it, yellow jewelry with some yellow shoes.
I was thinking you was gonna say green.
That too, but yellow, it's just that pop that just.
I can see pink and yellow. Listen, that's scary to me. I'm like, ooh, pink and ooh.
once you, or if you did like the black and white, if you had a black and white dress.
The black and white looks good with the turquoise blue as well.
Yeah, so the turquoise. You could do, so you mean this color right here?
Yeah, the turquoise blue, yeah.
Okay, so if I had this, red is my favorite color. I would pop this with red. I could put on a red blazer, have on some turquoise.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
So you can, you can do so much. Like you could do so much with colors.
So what about, so I know now, I would do this with gray, but I never really would do it with other colors. And so so gray is one of those other colors that I like as well. So I would wear dark gray boots, kind of like a rusty gray jeans and, gray tank top and a gray sweater. I don't care about 5 different shades of gray, but now it seems as if people are gravitating towards wearing the same color, but just wearing it all. Like, I'm like, that purple don't match that purple.
That's the part of art that others can't see. When it comes to the beauty industry as it relates to apparel, that is something that's like a third eye, like the comedians. They have the 2 eyes, and then that third eye, they can zoom in on something and make it extra funny. Like they can see the funny in everything. Right. So that's something that's that third eye that the person that's dealing with clothing. It's that third eye. You see what others can't see, and so that's why people need artists to help them dress. So
I just did a photo shoot. And I did the black and white jacket. And so the stripes were going, I think they were going down. And my pants was black and white, but the stripes were going. Do you know how hard that was for me?
you being stretched. But
I felt so I was like, oh.
That is called being stretched. That is called being stretched. And you are becoming...
I was proud.
You're becoming a fashion icon.
I was proud. I was like, this don't look right. I just kept saying, this don't look right. This don't look right. Because we get in our routine. We get in a habit, right? Yeah. And we find ourselves, being so comfortable until, when something else comes, you're like, oh, I don't know. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and then also with with women nowadays, and we have a question, we're going to get to it in just a second. But women nowadays, they're so self-conscious about themselves, and, clothes come to compliment. And so do you want to talk about that a little bit? Because I think we need to kick the stigma. Like, they say, well, certain size people shouldn't wear this. Now, there are some things.
Yeah.
But I feel like clothing now has shifted. And I know you said you offer sizes from, small all the way on up. Yeah. And so how does that look for people coming in?
Well, so it has changed. There's a lot of things. Like it used to be jeans didn't have stretch. Jeans were just jeans. But now we have jeans that actually stretch. So you may be a size 9, but with the stretch in the jeans, you may a size 9. You may be able to fit a size. You may be able to fit a size 7. Because of the stretch. But I think that when we talk about how some things people should wear, some things people shouldn't wear. So I guess it's all in your.
Let me ask you. The high-waisted belt.
Okay.
I'd be like, everybody, if your stomach is underneath the belt, in your bed. Like, help us out. Come on, help us out.
So when you look at things like that, if you're
Mhm.
going to wear a high-waisted belt, then what you need is a flare shirt that doesn't
Okay.
show, your
Okay.
yeah. So
That's
if you're
good.
if you're smaller and you don't have the stomach, you can pull that off wearing the high-waisted belt. But if you're bigger and you have like the fupa and all of that, you have to
Yeah,
know
she knew the
how
right word.
yeah, you have
The fupa.
fupa.
The fupa.
So you have to just wear something that is not fitting. Wear something that's it has the silhouette here, but then it
Mm.
flares out at the bottom. And then you can still have on the belt.
Okay.
You can still put the belt on, but you just can't see. Because like some people like the pencil skirts and then they want to wear, the
The
nice
belt.
shirt. Yeah, they want to wear the belt with it. Just get you a flared out shirt. Something that like I have one of those, I have those shirts. If I can't get it now, but you know what, Charles, can you do me a favor? Can you give me that white shirt that is on my chair on the chair in the smaller room? It's a white shirt. It's got with the ruffles on it. So I'll show you. So I have one of these shirts and I'll show you what I mean. So like for instance, what I have on right now. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of silhouette here.
I see it.
It's fitting. It's fitting all the way down. And I can do that because I don't really have.
Would you wear a belt? Would you wear a belt with that shirt?
I would if I had the right skirt on. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I did have a belt on with this because I had a pair, but I had it tucked in.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
So this is what I mean by.
Ooh,
so it
I
has
see.
ruffles on the
That's
top.
pretty. Okay.
So if you have this on, you could put the belt here,
Right.
but this is where
that part at the flare, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's what I mean by you have to know how to wear your
A
stuff.
belt.
Okay. You just have to know. And so that's why people need people to help them because some
people like you, right? That's why they need people like you.
Yes.
All right, let's get into this question.
Okay.
Let's get into this question. So Wendy said, what are some good pieces to build a basic wardrobe? That's a good question, Wendy. That's a good question.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what should we have in our closet?
Basic slacks. Okay, you need your basic colors, your black, your white. You need blazers. I always say blazers work good. A few t-shirts to build, because if you have a blazer, if you have a black blazer, and then you need blazers with color, because if you have a colorful blazer, you can put a black pencil. You can put a black pencil dress with it, and add your blazer, and then put a nice pair of a solid pair of shoes on with it that matches one of the colors in the blazer. You can also nice pair of jeans. They don't have.
Everybody need a nice pair of jeans.
Yeah, skinny leg. You can have
that's non-negotiable.
Rough look, something like that, because you can make. If you have a nice pair of jeans, nice pair of slacks, a nice couple of nice blazers, different colors, a couple of nice pencil skirts, different things like that, you can put it together, because you can wear the blazer with the jeans, you can wear the blazer with the pencil dress, you can it's just so much. Some nice blouses, you can just mix all that stuff up, mix it up, just mix it up. A nice black suit, because you could put the different colors with the black suit, the pants, nice shirt. It's a lot you could do with just 4 or 5 simple pieces.
And just continue to match them all, switch them up, things of that nature.
Yep.
All right, so Miss B Springs then came in the building. Welcome, sis. Welcome. And yes, Jamila is looking beautiful on tonight. Listen, she is giving us shoulders.
I love it. Listen, it ain't nothing like a nice, broad shoulder shirt. Listen, it just gives you life. It's elegant. It's not too much, because honestly, I would pair this with a pair of jeans. And man, listen,
Okay.
My shoes would be this color.
Mm-hmm.
My jeans and some nice jewelry. You good. Or you can
Okay.
dress it up, you know, put
Now,
a
I
nice
like a little old school situation, so I'm team shoulder pads.
I do too.
I love shoulder pads. It just does something for me. I love shoulder pads. Um, and vintage is coming back.
Mhm.
It's really coming back, and it's becoming something that is, beginning to be a little normal as you move. And so, what do you think about that? Do you offer like vintage pieces? Like, do you seek out those vintage type, pieces just to kind of have in your arsenal?
I have not, but I do have vintage vendors.
Okay.
I do personal shopping as well. So if
Okay.
somebody comes to my store and they say, I want
That's
this
good
piece,
to
yeah. If
know.
somebody sends me a picture, I'm like I had a girl send me a picture. Can you find this for me? Absolutely. Did my due diligence and went to research it and I found it. So I do that. If you have something in particular that you want, I can find it. I could find it.
And Miss B
Absolutely.
said, and you got to add the clutch to the
Oh,
wardrobe.
okay.
Basically.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Anybody have any other questions for Jamila? This has been good. This has been
Absolutely.
good.
I have
It's been
enjoyed
fun.
it. I have
Yeah,
really
it's been
enjoyed it.
fun. Any other questions for Jamila as we move forward before we say goodbye? Any other questions, guys? Let's clap it up for my sis, Jamila. While we're waiting for the questions to come in, tell people how they can reach you, how they can find you, follow you wherever you are. Listen, get some of these beautiful pieces that you got. Let us know.
Absolutely. So listen, I am on all social media platforms, Beauty Unfolded. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, as well as, of course, Clubhouse. You can find my address is 3777 North Woodford Street, Suite I, in Decatur, Illinois. And we also have a online platform, which is beautyu2010.com. That is I'm done with it, but I just have to add pieces to it. So what you see online, like as far as Facebook, that's what I have actually in the store at that time. So
Okay.
That's how you can reach me, all social media platforms.
All right, so we got a question. Wendy's asking, what do you think about wrap dresses?
I love them.
Those.
I love wrap dresses. I love them. Simply because if you have what we were talking about earlier, a fupa, the wrap dress, depending on how it works, because you have some wrap dresses that they fit you, and then you have some wrap dresses that flare out. So wrap dresses, you can wear them loose and you can wear them tight. I love them. I have a few of them in my closet as well. But yeah, I love wrap dresses. I love them. Absolutely.
And they're so easy.
Yes, they are. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
They're so easy. They're so easy. So that was a good question. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Listen, we have had her held up for quite some time. Listen, Wendy's blowing kisses. Wendy's blowing kisses. Yes, yes, yes. Facebook user, I am so sorry I cannot see your name so that I cannot acknowledge you. So if you want to put your name in the chat, all right. And also, let's see, the white shirt you have, is it good for fupa? Yes, that's exactly what she talked about. Yep. And that's why she pulled it out for that example. So yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions while we got the fashionista herself in the building? Listen, this is the lady with the goods. She got the goods, y'all. She got the goods. All right, guys. And so this is what the Herprenuer Network is all about. Mm-hmm. We are women in business and in ministry. And we're doing this thing called entrepreneurship and building the kingdom of God at the same time. How great is that to be able to say that is my sister? I have not met her in person, guys. But we love each other just like we have met before. And this is what I love about the network. It's the connection. It's the sisterhood that brings strangers together and cause them to be family. This is so amazing. And so if you would like to desire to know more about the Herprenuer Network, let me see. Wendy, can I get you, please, sis, if you can, to put the link in the chat so that people could, get the drop form, as well as if you would like to attend the Her Experience Dallas. All that information is going to be in this drop form that we're going to put in the comments in a minute. But we are going to get ready. If you guys have no other questions, thank you so much, sis. You guys, if you have, thank you. Sean Bond said, both of you ladies are amazing. Thank you for the information. You are so welcome.
Thank you, Sean. Oh, thank you for coming on. She's one of my my elementary school friends. We grew up together.
Nice.
I love her.
Hi, Yardy. Look at your friend, Sean. Look at your friend. Look at your friend. That's awesome. I love it when people can come in and they know you and they can see your growth. It's amazing.
Yes,
it's amazing. Yes. And this is streaming everywhere. Listen.
Wow.
And so it's about the visibility. It's the visibility for me. Yes. Our founder is very big on that. And this is amazing that she has given us this platform, the Herprenuer Talks. Listen, where we can come on and really share and let people know who we are and what we do. And so I'm going to say thank you, Jamila.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your expertise. Thank you for hanging out with me, sis.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely enjoyed this. All right, so you want to leave anything with them before you go?
I'll just say this, keep your focus, keep moving, keep shifting, keep, just following in the steps of the Lord. And I just appreciate my Herprenuer sisters. I appreciate our founder, Dr. Nikki. Without this, without her, this wouldn't be possible. And so I'm just grateful for her obedience. And I'm grateful that you have taken on this task, and it's being done. It is here. We're here to stay. I'm very grateful.
All right, sis. Thank you. All right, let's say goodbye to Jamila. Goodbye, Jamila. Awesome, guys. This has been an amazing interview. I'm so grateful for all of you chiming in. Take a second and let me know where you are watching from. Who's in the building? Where are my Herprenuer sisters? If you are a Herprenuer and you're proud about it, let us know in the comments. Listen, let the people know that the Herprenuers are in the building. And I want to know where you guys are from. And so I am hailing from Texas. And I'm so excited that the Herprenuers are coming to Texas, guys. Join us in April. The Linktree link is in the comments. If you have a desire to join this network, if you want to meet us in Texas, listen, we're going to Mississippi, California, Destin. And so the Herprenuers are on the move. We're moving around and we want to meet you. We want to see you at one of our events. I would love to see you at Dallas. So I'm super excited about it. So Wendy is hailing from Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is in the building. And Wendy is one of my Herprenuer sisters. So hey, girl, hey. And B Springs is in the building. And she is from Charlotte, North Carolina. And she's one of my Herprenuer sisters as well. Hey, listen, the Herprenuers are in the building. And I do believe that Winston-Salem, North Carolina is my auntie. I'm not 100% sure, but auntie, if that is you, let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, this has been fun. I'm so glad to be back in my element. Definitely excited to bring you some of my amazing Herprenuer sisters. We'll be right back here on next Monday for you to see another one of my Herprenuer sisters. This is amazing, guys. And if you are an entrepreneur, stay tuned, right? Because once we're done with all the Herpreneurs and the Herbambassadors, it's going to be your opportunity to come on and be interviewed. Why? Because visibility is key as you move as entrepreneurs. So I'm so excited. Hey, I'm so excited to be, bringing this forward. So grateful to Dr. Nikki for giving me this opportunity to be your host. Listen, and so all roads are leading to Dallas. Super excited. Listen, Cora Jakes is going to be in the building among some other amazing headline speakers. We got millionaires and billionaires that are coming to pour into us. And so it's going to be so exciting. And so you guys can follow me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Miss Bold and Sassy. You can follow Sassy Hair Care Products on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Torri Hammond. And we will be here right back again. And so I thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for your support. So glad you were able to tune in on tonight. And we will see you again on next week. And so as always, listen, just be classy, just be sassy, just be you. Because no one can do you quite like you do. See you guys next week. Night-night. Bye. Yeah.